Hi, my name is David Henry, and I'm a former cadet in the JROTC program offered through Richwoods High School in Peoria, Illinois. The JROTC program is a Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. And the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps was founded in 1916 by Congress as part of the National Defense Act. And high schools that offer this program have a specific branch of the military that they focus on. In my case, Richwoods High School was partnered with the Marine Corps. In this program, we were taught character and leadership development through various community service activities and a ranking system very similar to the Marine Corps. We were also taught Marine Corps history, and we participated in various events or programs that the Marines would have learned in boot camp. One of those, and probably my most favorite, was my marksmanship training. Now, people think of marksmanship training and they think about the Marines, and we weren't out there shooting big heavy duty military grade weapons. We were shooting Daisy pellet rifles in our school's auditorium at paper targets. But it was our marksmanship training nonetheless. I wasn't the best shot, but I did pretty good. I won a few low ranking awards and ribbons for my marksmanship performance. Another part of that would be our drill team. The drill team is the cadence stepping and the rifle spinning. People think of drill team. If you've ever seen the movie Major Payne, it's very similar. That is a drill team. That is what we did in high school. We went to various state competitions. Actually, we took second place in state, which was hosted at Pekin High School in 2006. That was a very fun experience. That was something I'll never forget. I'm not a real big performer, extreme stage fright, but once you get into that mode and you realize we practiced 8 hours a day for almost 10 weeks to get our perfect routine down. Once you get in that spotlight, everything else disappears. It was an amazing experience. On top of drill team, we also did different color guard events. I myself was not part of color guard, but color guard did host higher ranking events, either for the high school. They did a march, the flag carry for graduation. They did a flag ceremony at the airport when President Obama came to Peoria. And they focused mainly on things of higher importance. We also had uniform inspections. Uniform inspections were performed every Thursday in your class period. Most uniform inspections were performed in your digis, which were your camo uniform. You had your camo jacket, your green shirt, your camo pants, and your desert boots. These uniform inspections were very thorough, down to the starch line on your pants. They would flip your collar open and look for any stray strings. They would measure your ranks to make sure that they were perfectly centered on your collar. If you had a mustache and they were feeling like doing it, they could actually measure that your mustache was an 1/8 inch above your lip line, which is regulation. On top of that, we also did regular PFT training. This was training that regular cadets in the Marine Corps did at boot camp. Talking running mini crucibles, we were doing all sorts of exercises. We had a time limit to run the mile. We had a push-up competition, we had a sit-up competition, we had a crunch competition, there was a long jump competition, and this was all gearing us to leave high school and hopefully join into a military service, and to give us an idea of the kind of stuff that they required at boot camp. As part of the leadership development, like I mentioned, we did have a ranking system. I actually graduated high school as an E7. For those of you who don't know, in the Marine Corps JROTC program, there's an E1 through an E9. E1 is the low man on the totem pole. That is a private. That's what you are as soon as you walk in the door as a freshman. All the way up to the sergeant major. I was a gunnery sergeant, which was an E7. That is what I strived all 4 years of high school to get that far. That was an extreme accomplishment for me. I was proud of myself. As part of the Marine Corps history, we also had a big celebration every year for the Marine Corps birthday, which was on Veterans Day. We had the Marine Corps Ball. This was a dance and a ceremony. We had a ceremony, a cakewalk ceremony, where we would walk out in our Charlie uniform, our dress Charlie uniform, and present the cake to the master gunnery sergeant who taught the class, who would then cut it and then give a speech, and then our lieutenants would give a speech and our sergeant major would give a speech. On top of that ceremony, we also had a flag ceremony that we did every time the Peoria Chiefs baseball game had a home game. Our class would walk out and present all the colors, all the flags, along with the other JROTC programs from the various high schools in Peoria. Like I said, Richwood's focused on the Marine Corps. When Woodruff High School was open, they had an Air Force JROTC. When Manual High School was open, they had an Army sector of the JROTC. And then Central High School also had an Army sector of the JROTC. So there were all different branches in Peoria that would focus on these events, and we would all come together, no matter what school we were from, no matter what branch we were representing. We would all come together and perform for the community. And on top of that, we also did our community service. I know one year we went to the veterans home and helped pass out food to the elderly. We did various blood drives through our high school that were hosted by the JROTC program. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not very much of a speech person, and I have gone over this speech very many times and had very many drafts. But I just wanted to shed some light on a dying program. This program is not offered very much at school anymore. I'm sure it's got a lot to do with some funding and interest. I know the military is a hot topic, but this program here helped develop who I am as an adult today. It has taught me more than any class that I've ever taken in high school. I would not be who I was today without the leadership and the group of peers that I had in this class with me. Like I said, I'm sorry. I know this isn't the best presentation. I'm not the best speaker. But that's what I wanted to lay out today. Thank you.